Welcome in. What's your name?
My name is Johnny.
Johnny, how old are you?
I'm 26.
And what do you do?
So I'm a firefighter and I'm an officer in the Army Reserves.
Oh, nice. Okay. Thank you for your service.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And what are some things you like to do for fun?
So I like to break up my hobbies into 4 different categories. So
Okay.
physical, intellectual, creative, and social. So for physical hobbies, I like to weightlift and run.
Nice.
For intellectual hobbies, I've been learning Spanish for 5 years and I
Okay.
like to read. And then for creative hobbies, I like photography and playing my guitar. And then social hobbies, I like to dance.
Okay. So 5 years. Are you fluent now?
Yes, I'm fluent.
Nice. Okay. All right. Anybody speak Spanish here? No. Okay. We can't have you practice. All righty. Can you say a little something?
Todo está bien conmigo. No me puedo quedar, especialmente con todas las chicas
Nice.
hermosas están aquí.
Period. Whatever he
Nice.
said.
So I should.
Nice. Shout out to my guy because I'm also learning Spanish. So I guess I gotta do my Duolingo as soon as I get off here. So that's motivation.
So that's beautiful.
Yeah, so I said everything's good with me. I can't complain, especially with all the beautiful women here.
Hey, yes.
I mean, they don't seem. Shook at all. I don't know. I don't think they like him.
All right. Sorry. You were saying that's the intellectual.
Mhm. And then, physical, weightlifting, running,
Uh-huh.
intellectual, Spanish, reading, creative, photography, playing the guitar, and then social, I like to go dancing.
Nice. Okay. Now, what are some things you look for in a woman?
So I look for someone who's Christ-centered, have an authentic relationship with God, someone who take care of themselves, mentally, physically, spiritually, and someone who's servant-minded too.
Okay. What are some deal breakers?
I say someone who smokes, anybody like, vaping, cigarettes, weed, anything like that.
Okay.
Excessive drinking, a glass here or there, I don't mind, but like excessive drinking, I don't like that. And then those are pretty much deal breakers for me.
Okay. All right. So we have not got any pop balloons. So I am going to hand you a pick.
Okay.
And there's only 5 ladies.
I hope he goes with
I feel
her.
like I should just have you ask a question first. Yeah. Go ahead. Ask them a question.
Okay, so if you can go back in time to any time period and participate in any historical event, what event would you participate in?
Good question.
What a question.
Intellectual question.
Let's start down there and then come back up.
All righty.
I know.
He's pretty much asking if they know their history or any events about the world, but also I think asking if they read. Really, because if you don't really read much or pay attention, you probably don't know.
Let's start with your name and age and the answer to his question.
Can you repeat it one more time? Sorry.
Told you.
If you can go back in time and participate in any historical event, what event would that be?
Participate in?
And give us your name and age first.
Okay. My name is Sade, and I'm 24, and I would definitely have participated in the civil rights movement.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Cool. Name and age and answer to his question.
I'm Janaya, I'm 25. I think it would have to be around the time with Martin Luther King, only because
the
like we
same.
were pro our people. So I feel like, that's where everyone was really dreaming big. We were really like learning, dreams come true around that time. So yeah,
Okay.
just depending
That's
on
the
what
same
it is.
answer like she gave. Civil rights.
Name and age and answer to his question.
Hi, my name is Brianna. I'm 24, and I would have also participated in the civil rights movement, specifically
See, they don't know. They're just saying what the girl before them said because they don't know about historical events.
voting, because I'm very passionate about, especially people of color, Black people, that we need to get out and vote because it's very important. Because in college I crossed Alpha Kappa Alpha, so one of our biggest pillars is voters registration and being an advocate for people that are voting. So I would have participated in that.
Nice.
Your name and age and answer to his question.
Hi, I'm Naila. I'm 25. I would say any of the boycotts, protests, sit-ins. I know we're all saying that, but I'm like, that's the first thing that came to my mind because like nowadays, like I just feel like Black people are against each other now, like, killing each other. But back then we were also like united. So I feel like that's really important. And I have done a lot of protests. I just like feeling unified within our group.
All right. Your name and age and answer to his question.
Hi, I'm Morgan. I'm 24. I'm gonna take it really back. The Last Supper, just to see what Jesus looked like and what they were eating. I know bread and wine, but what they were doing back
Mm.
then. And yeah, that seems cool to me. Well, like Jesus, but yeah, like.
I mean, that was very, very smart of her because, first of all, it was different from all what the other women said. Secondly, he talked about how he likes a woman of Christ, and she talked about Last Supper, Christ. You get it? I think she likes him. But I know you guys are gonna say, "Oh, Boogie, you probably not as smart. You probably don't know any historical events." Personally, and most of you probably don't even know this, but I would have gone back in a time where during the Cold War between USSR, which is current Russia, together with the US. There was a businessman in the UK who was used as to spy on Russia when it was trying to create and to put nuclear weapons in Cuba, and he was able to steal some of that information and let the US know that Russia was trying to put weapons next to the US. So what I would have changed about that, if I was him, because he was captured on his last visit to Russia, if I was him, I wouldn't have made the last trip to Russia, because he went there to help the guy who was giving him the secrets from being, to help the guy escape Russia. So I wouldn't have done that.
All right. So I am gonna have you pop one balloon.
Okay.
Yep. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and pop just one.
Alrighty.
All right. So Sade, why'd you have your balloon unpopped?
Just to hear what more he had to say.
Okay. Okay. But is he someone that's your type?
Not, not first impression, not my type.
Okay.
But I like what he had to say. Had really
She's
good
lying.
things.
She's
So,
lying.
Alrighty. And why'd
You know how I know she's lying? Because for all the guys who came before him, when they were not her type, she popped the balloon right away. And she said they were not her type. So she just doesn't want to say he's her type because he popped a balloon.
end up popping her balloon?
So she's beautiful, but I say physical attraction is not the most out of the lineup. So.
Okay. Thank you. Alrighty. We have 4 ladies left. Go ahead and ask them another question.
In your last relationship, what did it teach you from that experience? What did it teach you?
Good question.
What did your last relationship teach you?
To be considerate of other feelings. Yeah. I feel like a lot of times people are very self-centered, and I could admit that I probably was going through that, but I got to think about others people's feelings. Yeah.
I mean, she's being honest because the previous guys, she says she's a meanie. She's mean. So I guess she's being honest.
Okay. Over here.
I think it's to communicate my actual real feelings, like even if it's gonna hurt that person, because I just really care about people and it hurts me when I hurt other people. So I will just like put my feelings to the side because I just really care about that person.
She's my favorite. I like her.
And what about over here?
My last relationship taught me to not lose myself in a relationship. So
She's
I would say
selfish.
that something that I used to struggle with was maybe being like codependent on that person. And so it taught me to maintain my individuality while I'm still like in companionship with another person.
Independent, strong woman don't need no man. She also brings that in a relationship. You're never gonna win, bro. Pop a balloon. Red flag.
And what about over here?
My last relationship taught me to compromise, the good things, but not to compromise my boundaries,
Oh
my
God.
standards, and what I believe in, especially like when it comes to my relationship with God. I'm not willing to compromise that. So, yeah.
And what did your last relationship teach you?
Definitely communication. Because I was a bad communicator. I would, if I'm going through something, I would just close off. I wouldn't communicate what I'm going through, how I actually feel, and I feel like that really that led to the eventual breakup of the relationship. And just learning about communication and just applying it to professional relationships, personal relationships, it made the biggest difference. So
I think most guys struggle with that, and in my opinion, most guys struggle with communicating how they feel, especially when they're going through some things to their women, because they don't want to be judged, because eventually she's going to use it against you. So some guys are like, you know what, I ain't going to say shit, because if I say something, I'm in the wrong, and then if I don't say something, I'm in the wrong, but it's better not to say anything.